Hey everyone, welcome back to Viewville. Today we are reviewing a wireless 1080p home surveillance system from Heimvision, the HM241. It's an 8-channel NVR that comes with 4 wireless IP cameras, and this is what it can do. That's my lovely wife pretending to be a burglar. There's the push notification coming through to my phone over 4G. I want to immediately see what's going on, so I open the app. Voila! Live viewing your home from anywhere in the world. So, Heimvision, who are they? We have featured quite a few home security camera brands on Viewville, such as Amcrest, Reolink, Hikvision, Dahua, etc. But I'd never heard of Heimvision until now. So when they asked me if I would like to review the HM241, I was understandably skeptical at first. Heimvision is relatively new to the industry, but after my experience with the HM241, I'm sure they're going to shake it up a bit. Heimvision is a brand of Shenzhen Vantop Technology and Innovation Company Limited. They were set up in 2017 and are headquartered in China. They have subsidiaries in the US and in Hong Kong, including Heimvision Tech Co. Limited. Because a lot of companies these days sell rebranded stuff instead of manufacturing it themselves, I did ask Heimvision who makes their hardware. Heimvision came back to me and said that they actually manufacture all their hardware themselves. Thanks to Heimvision for providing us a sample for this review. The HM241 comes in a very attractive high-quality box. You get an 8-channel Wi-Fi NVR and 4 wireless 1080p IP cameras. Each of the 4 cameras has its own box. The camera body is metallic, it feels quite solid and reminds me of the Hikvision 3MP bullets from a few years ago. They are IP66 weather rated, so you can install them anywhere. This camera also goes by the model name CA01. Each camera comes with an antenna that you can screw on. Screws and roll plugs for installation are included. The NVR is very well packed. The underside of the NVR has a sticker showing the model number, the FCC ID, and other details. Once the hard drive is installed, you will see the heads of the screws securing it. The top of the NVR also has the Cloud ID and a QR code that can be scanned by the mobile app for easy setup. The front face has no buttons, just the Heimvision logo and a set of indicator lamps. Under normal operation, the 3 LEDs run, HDD and power will blink in sequence. 2 5 decibel antennae are pre-installed at the rear. It also houses the power jack, the USB port for connecting a mouse, an RJ45 Ethernet port, an HDMI port and a VGA port. The instruction manual is very good, by the way. It's easily one of the best we have seen. The blue triangle is the quality control pass tag. Unusual to see it in the box, but reassuring nonetheless. The last box contains a waterproofing adapter, 1 Ethernet cable, and 12-volt power adapters for the NVR and each wireless camera. The NVR power adapter is rated at 2 amps and the camera adapters at 1 amp each. A USB mouse is also included. So there's a generous amount of accessories and power adapters included in this kit. If you just plug in the NVR and turn it on, you will just see your camera streams on screen in a few minutes. But without installing a hard drive, you won't be able to record or playback. So before turning on the NVR, the first thing to do is install a hard drive. Heimvision doesn't include one, so I used a WD Red 3 TB drive. The manual has very clear installation steps, which are helpful if you're doing this for the first time. Refer to a blog post for more details. The link is in the description. After installing the hard drive, you have to connect the NVR to a TV or monitor using the HDMI or VGA port. This is because the initial setup screens are accessible only through the NVR's built-in GUI. Turn on the NVR with the hard drive installed. The NVR will now automatically connect to all the wireless IP cameras. Now format the hard drive. This may take a few minutes depending on the size of the drive. Heimvision recommends not more than 2 TB due to the provided 2 amp power adapter. You can go up to a 6 TB drive, but then you will need a higher amperage power adapter. The NVR will now start continuous recording of all the channels at 1080p. The NVR is powered by the Hi3536 TV100 system on a chip, decoder and processor module. It uses an ARM Cortex A7 processor and has one SATA hard drive interface. So let's go over the features of the NVR. It uses 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi to connect to the wireless cameras, but you have to connect the NVR to your home network via Ethernet. It supports 8 channels, wired or wireless. It can decode 4 channels at 1080p and 20 frames per second, or 8 channels at 720p and 20 frames per second. It supports real-time playback of 8 channels. It has simple motion detection, so it doesn't support advanced methods such as line crossing, intrusion detection, face detection, or person detection. It has mobile push alerts to the mobile app. It can also send email notifications. There appears to be support for a 3G dongle, but that's not included with the NVR. And of course, there's the cloud P2P service for remote access from anywhere in the world. So what's missing? An increasingly common trend is for budget NVRs to not support the ONWIF protocol. And Heimvision has done the same here. ONWIF is not supported. So you need to buy their own cameras if you want to expand the system. If you do need advanced motion detection methods, look at the HM241 hybrid NVR system. Links are in the description. Okay, so let's look at the wireless camera now. The front of the camera has the 3.6 mm fixed lens and 3 850nm EXIR LEDs. I'm happy to see that Heimvision chose the more powerful EXIR LEDs instead of the usual ring type IR LEDs. The daylight sensor is placed just below the lens. The image sensor goes up to 1080p and the viewing angle is 110 degrees. You won't find any advanced image processing features like wide dynamic range or WDR here. Simple motion detection is possible by the NVR. Installation is quick and simple. The 3-axis design means that you can point the camera in any direction. The cameras are paired with the NVR at the factory, so you don't need to set that up yourself. Also, the camera has an Ethernet port. So if you want to install the camera well beyond the wireless range of the NVR, you can opt for wired Ethernet instead. It's a great feature and makes the security camera kit very flexible. And it does not support power over Ethernet. Typically, there are 3 things that you want to do with a surveillance system. 1. Live view the cameras from a TV or a PC or your mobile phone. 2. Review recorded footage. And 3. Receive push notifications or email notifications. The HM241 does all of these things very well, but the best way to use it is through a TV and the HDMI interface for a few reasons. You get simultaneous playback of all the video channels and you can fast forward at up to 32x speed. you cannot do these two things from the PC software called AC Cloud or from the mobile app. The EC Cloud software is quite stable and you can connect it to the NVR either through the Cloud ID or through a LAN IP address if you are using your system just purely locally. For accessing the NVR remotely, you have to use the Cloud ID method. The security system has its own mobile app called HM241. The interface is very modern. It has a very polished look and feel. It felt like a properly thought through app with a very good design language and workflow. You can live view cameras in groups of 1, 4, 6 or 8. You can switch to landscape from portrait. You can also switch between standard definition and high definition streams. So that's the main stream and the substream. It's also possible to take a screenshot or a video clip of any channel straight to your phone. On the playback screen, the view is limited to one camera at a time. No simultaneous playback here, but the timeline is very responsive and motion detection events are marked clearly on the timeline. 1080p is the bare minimum that we recommend for home CCTV surveillance. The cameras produced sharp, crisp video during the daytime. At night, noise was well controlled and detail was good. The powerful XR LEDs helped illuminate the scene evenly, and I was glad to not see the dreaded flashlight effect. Under 24/7 continuous recording, the NVR can automatically delete old video when the drive gets full. Heimvision told us that a 1 TB drive is good for 20 days worth of video. Sounds right, our 3 TB drive was not even half full after a month. On to motion detection now. The HM241 is able to do both pre-recording and post-recording. This means that the NVR is able to record not just what happens after motion was detected, but a few seconds before that trigger as well. This is a really good feature and something that we always look for in a security camera system. For testing the wireless performance of the cameras, I placed the cameras at varying distances from the NVR. All the cameras were able to push full 1080p video at the default VBR setting. VBR stands for variable bitrate. The ability of the wireless signal to penetrate multiple solid brick and concrete walls is very impressive. For testing the mobile app, as most general users would, I had to allow the NVR full access to the internet. This is also required for the P2P cloud features of the camera to work. A free Heimvision P2P cloud server account is required to receive real-time push notifications. You can use the app as an anonymous user without creating this cloud P2P account, but then you wouldn't get push notifications. So what should you be looking for when it comes to push notifications? The speed with which they reach you and the reliability of the notifications. You want the NVR to send you the notifications as soon as it detects motion. And as you saw in the intro, real-time notifications work very well. This model from Reolink is the nearest competitor to the HM241. This kit uses PIR heat-based motion detection, which is more accurate than the software-based motion detection of the Heimvision. But the Reolink is not available yet, but keep an eye out for it when it does launch. The other option is this kit from Amcrest, which is quite a bit more expensive, but it comes with a 4K NVR and it also supports the on-whiff standard. So much higher resolution support if you upgrade to the right cameras, and you can connect third-party IP cameras which also support on-whiff. Okay, so let's wrap it up. The Heimvision HM241 is a high-quality NVR kit with strong wireless performance and a good feature set, all for a great price. Setup is easy and fuss-free, takes just minutes. If you do decide to upgrade from wireless cameras to wired in the future, the system can grow with you because the wireless cameras have Ethernet ports as well. For the price point it targets, it's okay to not have advanced motion detection or redundant storage. However, we were not pleased to see that push notifications don't work unless the cloud P2P service is used. Video quality is good with 1080p Full HD. The infrared LEDs are powerful and provide good illumination at night. The mobile app is really good. You can live view receive instantaneous push notifications, and review footage later on with ease. In conclusion, the HM241 is a very affordable wireless home surveillance kit and is fantastic value for money. To buy the Heimvision HM241, look for our affiliate links in the description below. If you like this review, hit the like button and subscribe for more. If you didn't like it, tell us why in the comments and we will improve. Bye for now.